Good evening, everybody. My name is Daniel. I'll be the MC for tonight's event. And tonight, very honored, we are going to look into a topic on like blockchain as well as cryptocurrency. So I believe nowadays we can observe, we can witness like a lot of articles, even Google or even with your friends or relatives, we can hear terms like blockchain and cryptocurrency. But do we actually know what does it mean? Is blockchain? How does blockchain even come from? And what is the origin of blockchain? And what is the origin of cryptocurrency? All that we will look into it later. And at the same time, if we also can realize a lot of like public listed companies such as Tesla, like Elon Musk recently, they just invested a total of 10% worth of their cash into cryptocurrency. What does their action actually mean to the company as a whole, as well as what does this action could bring benefit in their business? Now tonight, we are going to look into the benefit, and also we're going to look into how to differentiate a legitimate cryptocurrency and a legitimate blockchain. And tonight, we are honored to have Jonathan Quek, a professional finance speaker who will talk about what is blockchain and what is cryptocurrency, and how to tell which cryptocurrency is valuable and which are the bubble. And by the way, Jonathan Quek started his first successful business in alternative investment and financial education. During that time, he had the privilege to speak in the region's largest conferences with the likes of Robert Kiyosaki, which is the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Richard Duncan, Mary Buffett, and many more. He too briefly served as a blockchain advisor to lead an incubator and accelerator project where he played the role of sourcing and analyzing different blockchain projects based on the founding team, project idea, and economic model. Now tonight, we welcome Jonathan Quek to be with us tonight in DNG Worldwide. Now, hi, good evening, Jonathan. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. So tonight we'll literally dive down into like we will let everyone, the goal of this video is also let everyone to realize the origin of cryptocurrency and the origin of blockchain as well, so that all of us can get a sense of fundamental idea, how does all these things come together as a business in the market, or how does it relate to our life as well.
Sure.
Yeah, so let's look into our first questions. So actually, why do people buy cryptocurrency? Now, a lot of people sometimes they will say, oh, cryptocurrency is a gamble, or cryptocurrency, some people say that is an investment. But what actually cryptocurrency is? What is this thing actually?
I think for most people out there, and for all of you guys who are listening, I think it's very important for you to understand why do cryptocurrency actually exist in the first place.
Yeah.
Right? And if you think about it, let me just give you this example. So what is this, man?
This is 50 ringgit Malaysia ringgit.
But how do you determine the value of 50 ringgit?
I think it's based on central bank. Central bank, yeah.
so Bank Negara says that this is 50 ringgit.
Yeah.
And everyone accepts that this is 50 ringgit.
Yes, correct.
Right? But what really backs the value of this 50 ringgit note? Can I exchange this for anything?
You can exchange for anything. For goods, you mean? Goods and services, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
And the reason why I can exchange is because everyone out there believes that this has the value of 50 ringgit.
Has a value,
right? And if you really study currency,
yes,
right, this paper money that we have today, in the past, currency is always backed by an asset.
Yep.
Whether it's gold or it's silver, right? But today, none of this currency is backed by any assets.
Yes.
In fact, the only reason people believe in this currency is because of the faith in the issuer of this note, which is the central bank.
Yes. Well, from not from our country. You mean general as a whole?
General, right?
General.
So if it's Malaysian, then it will be a Bank Negara
Malaysia.
Right? If it's a Sing dollar, and then it will be a Monetary Authority of Singapore.
Yep.
If it's a US, then it will be a Federal Reserve.
Federal Reserve.
Right?
Yes.
So how cryptocurrency really came about was because in 2008, do you remember what happened in 2008?
I think I know. There is, I think it's the cryptocurrency. There is a first cryptocurrency exists. Yeah, first cryptocurrency ever.
And the reason why it exists is because of the global
financial crisis. Yeah, during the time this financial turmoil is going on.
Yes, and because the central banks around the world were printing more and more money.
Yes.
So what happened is when they print so much money, the value of money actually depreciates. So there's this guy. We don't know whether it's a guy or it's an organization. But online, he has a pseudonym of Satoshi Nakamoto.
Okay, Satoshi Nakamoto. So it's ambiguous in the sense.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
No background, no nothing.
Yes.
Okay.
And this online account actually created a white paper.
Okay.
And this white paper came out with this idea of saying, what if we all can have a peer-to-peer electronic cash system?
Right. What does it mean, like a peer-to-peer electronic cash? How does it work, like the currency-wise?
So rather than having a currency
Yeah.
that is controlled by a central body,
Mm-hmm.
he said, what if we decentralize this power and all of us, we will now have the power to determine together
Right.
how strong this network is.
So that being said, is literally everyone have the right to fulfill this, we call it a supply and demand kind of way to determine the price and the value of the currency. Am I correct?
Not so much of supply and demand really.
Not so
Not
much.
so much. But his idea was this. Right now, it's always a central body
Yeah.
who determines who is transacting what.
Yes.
Very often, right?
Correct.
So he said, what if we take this power
Yeah.
and we decentralize it? So imagine, rather than having one server, now we have like 1 million servers across the world.
Yes.
And the only time I can try to hack the system is if I'm able to hack 51% of these servers.
Right. So instead of one body, one government, now it's like literally everyone know your transaction, and then in order for you to hack the thing, you must hack more than 51%. That
Yeah.
means like if there is like 1 million of users, so you must hack more than 500,000 kind of thing.
Yes,
To check
exactly.
it. Right.
You have to hack more than 51% of it.
Yeah.
So it was almost impossible to hack.
Mm.
And he created this system called the blockchain network,
Yes.
right? And he said, we also need a currency. And he created this idea of the world's first ever cryptocurrency
Yes.
called the Bitcoin,
Right. Yes. The Bitcoin.
right? And that was when the cryptocurrency world actually started.
Mm.
And in the initial days, the guys who accepted Bitcoins were the geeks,
Yes.
the IT guys,
Yes.
right? And then later on, it was actually the dark world.
Okay.
It
The
was
dark
very
world.
big in the dark world.
The dark market.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I believe most people started hearing the word Bitcoin around 3 years ago when
Yes.
there was suddenly a crypto rush,
Yes.
right? And then today what we are seeing is cryptocurrency on the whole,
Yes.
right, is now the 6th most circulated currency in the world.
The 6th most regulated.
No, circulated.
Circulated, sorry.
Circulated,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the 6th most circulated. So that being
Yeah.
said, the first one will be US dollar, right?
US dollar, yes.
Cryptocurrency come to number 6.
Yes, the second being the euro, third being the Chinese renminbi, right? The fourth will be Japanese yen, and right now, it's the fifth. It's the fifth most circulated.
It's the 5th most
Yeah.
circulated. Wow, like Malay, yeah, interesting. So that being said, the blockchain, right, is sort of tied. Blockchain is a technology itself.
Yeah,
Through this technology, it forms the cryptocurrency, the currency that we have, that we see today.
yeah, exactly.
Right, but how then the blockchain technology how does it relate to like businesses? Just now I brought an example. We see some businesses actually start to convert or even invest in like cryptocurrency. But how does the blockchain technology helps the business overall, and also how does blockchain technology actually could improve or relate to everyone first, in fact?
Alright. So before I actually go into this,
Yeah.
answering your question, I think it's important for you to understand that internet actually solved the problem of information, circulation of information,
Yes.
right? So we want to know clearly what blockchain solves.
Yep.
So blockchain solved the issue of trust,
Mm.
right? So very often we look at the internet, right? Many people say that Bitcoin is internet money,
Yeah.
right? I believe that in a way it is circulated online.
Yes.
But there's also a very important thing is the cryptography behind every single coin,
Yes.
right? And we did an entire blockchain network, right? Besides the network, is also the cryptography that creates these coins, and also there's also a limited supply of Bitcoins that is being created.
Right. You mean
Right.
generally all cryptocurrencies, like there's a limited supply?
Not necessarily all.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily all.
Right.
Some. And Bitcoin is one of those that have limited supply.
Yes.
And it's very important for people to also know this. When you look at cryptocurrencies, every cryptocurrency is different.
Yes.
Yes.
Different. And we also do recognize that a lot of, just like we also mentioned, a lot of business actually get into this because in a way this technology, it could help in the transparency as well, because literally every transaction, everyone can know what is going on. So it's not only the one party, so everyone will sort of know what's going on. So it's a bit hard to decode the thing in a sense.
Yeah.
So how then, how do you actually, what are the actually requirements to identify a solid and valuable cryptocurrency then? And what are the requirements to become one?
Alright.
Yeah.
So if you look at it today, there's really thousands of cryptocurrencies available
Yes.
in the market.
Yes.
And I personally look at, when I look into a crypto project or blockchain project, I love to look into first their business model,
Yes.
right? How are they using blockchain
Yes.
to disrupt an industry, right? Because when you use blockchain, you're not only disrupting a company, you're disrupting the entire industry.
Yes.
Okay? The second thing I always like to look at is the tokens or the cryptocurrencies that's created in the blockchain project, the tokens that people are holding.
Yes.
What is the usage of this token,
Usage.
right? What's the utility of this token?
Right.
Okay? And the third thing is also the community. How big is this community?
How big is the community?
Yeah.
So we are saying in order for you to identify a valuable cryptocurrency, that has to be comes with three elements.
Yep.
It's business model,
Yeah.
and utility, the functionality of the cryptocurrency itself, and also as well as how big and how crowded is the community as well.
Yeah.
But again, like what are some of the maybe case study that is used in like our blockchain technology? How people actually adopt that in this current situation, in this world or in this market? How do people practice this?
Cool. So that's a very good question.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what technology, we want to know how are we using it, right?
Yeah.
So let me give you some case studies. One of it is, as blockchain solve the problem of trust, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
trust and transparency. I think another problem that they solve is also speed. Speed.
All right.
So very often when we transfer money out,
Yes.
transfer money to Singapore or US, or someone transfer money from China to us,
Yes.
right? When we go to a bank, we have to fill out the SWIFT code,
The Swift code. Yes.
right? And SWIFT code is a system that's being used by the banks, you
Yes.
know, in different countries to transact with each other.
Yes.
And this system is slow, right? It's old.
3 to 5 working days.
Yeah, you gotta wait 3 to 5 working days.
Yep.
Yeah. But today there's really a blockchain company that's really disrupting the SWIFT code, and it's called the Ripple network.
The Ripple
The
network.
Ripple network. So today, what they're doing is they're trying to disrupt the SWIFT code, right?
Mhm.
And what happened is you're starting to see banks jumping on the Ripple network.
They're starting to adopt this
Yeah, they're
network.
starting to adopt this.
Right.
Yeah, they're starting to evolve. In fact, our Malaysian bank, CMB Bank,
Okay.
CMB Bank was the first Malaysian bank that joined the Ripple
Ripple
network. Yeah.
Right. So in a sense, this is like the thing that could help them to like, let's just say, just now you mentioned like there's a lot of, we used to use Swift code if you want to transfer money overseas, but this not only increase transparency and also increase the speed.
Yeah.
Instant.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll give you another example.
Yeah.
Because we are solving the problem of trust.
Yes, trust.
Trust, right? You see, Malaysia, we're talking about going to voting. And-
Transparency.
Right? And we always complain, you know, is it transparent enough?
Yes, and generally I think it's not only Malaysia, a lot of country as well is dealing with this like transparency issues as well.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So how then this blockchain comes to apply to the country wide then?
So if you look at Malaysia, we are still using a very old system, right? This system where if you're born in Johor,
Yeah.
right? If you're working in KL, you still have to go back to Johor,
Yeah.
right? And then you've got to fly back, you take your bus back, and then you still got to wait queue up,
Yes, queue up.
right? And then they got you to do these black markers.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. All this is like considered time consuming.
It's time consuming, it's
Yes.
a waste of time.
Yes.
They are afraid that you will break the trust, that's why they create all these measures,
Yes.
right? And then after they queue, and then they will concern if people will go and manipulate,
Yes.
right? Correct? But if you look at a country like Estonia, Estonia was one of the very first in the world where they have created a voting system based on blockchain.
Oh wow, God, country actually adopt that?
Yes.
Okay.
So in Estonia, you don't really need to go to schools to go and vote.
Okay.
You could have just took out your phone, validate yourself, and then vote. And because it's not built on a server,
Yes.
it's built on a blockchain, so
Yes.
nobody argues whether the result is real or not.
Right. And that being said, it actually came into my mind that it not only solved the transparency, because sometimes we say if we have like blockchain technology like that, it could also solve problem like, you know, sometimes when human QC, when we do some quality control, there's a lot of human error in
Yes,
that.
exactly.
So this will actually solve that problem as well, right?
Yes, yes.
Right, that's very interesting. So when we move to when it comes to that from the case study, we're also seeing like a lot of body is also adopting that thing. Now, what are there are also a lot of cryptocurrencies, but how do you actually identify like the scams, or what are the, because I'm pretty sure some people actually go and there are a lot of cryptocurrency out there, but how do you actually identify scam? Yeah.
So I'm very careful when I invest into cryptocurrencies.
Yes.
Right, I always like to invest into the major ones only.
Yeah.
All the major ones. And when I look into projects, okay, what I typically look at is I look at number one is the team.
The business model as
Yeah.
well. Come back.
So when you invest into crypto projects, very often it's a bit like angel investing in the normal business world.
Yes.
The only difference is when they raise funds over here, they, instead of giving you shares, they
Yep.
give you their crypto tokens or their cryptocurrencies.
Yes.
Right? So very often when we invest into a new business, we always number one look at the founders. Right?
Look at the
Do they
founders.
have the credibility?
Yes.
Right? Do they have the rights to do what they promise you that they can do?
Yes.
Right? Or can they even do it? Do they have the capabilities?
Credibility of the
Right?
founders.
Capabilities and capabilities.
Yes.
And then I also look into the business model.
Yes.
Is this business model revolutionary? Is it solving a real problem? Is it scalable?
Yes.
Right? Is there a big market for it?
Yes.
Yeah. And then the next thing is I look into the community that they're building. Right?
Yes.
Do these people actually believe in this currency that they're holding? Or are they just waiting for the price to go up and then they'll just sell when it goes up?
Speculation.
Yeah. And we call this the pump and dump game.
Yeah.
Right? So I always look into how can we avoid the pump and dump game as well.
Mhm.
I will make sure that the tokens have amazing value that makes people want to hold on to these tokens and grow together with the business.
Right. So generally there will be a few elements coming into hand. One is like the founder, the credibility and the capability and the business model, utility, usage of the cryptocurrency as well as the community.
Yeah.
I'll come to that. Now, actually, what is your thoughts on what is the latest development in terms of like cryptocurrency generally in this year? I know this year is just like in moving our third month only of the year. We just break free from our MCO recently.
Yeah.
But what is your thought actually on like the development in cryptocurrency for this year?
All right. So I think 2021 is a very interesting year,
Yeah.
especially for the cryptocurrency world and especially for the blockchain world.
Yep.
This year we are already seeing MasterCard who has announced that they are going to let merchants accept payments in crypto.
Mastercard by
Yes.
this year.
And you know that when it comes to credit card, there are two largest. It's either Visa or Master,
Yes.
right? And once Master is in, it's just a matter of time, I believe, that Visa will be coming in as well.
Yes.
And while MasterCard has this as a plan,
Mm.
right? PayPal has already announced that they are gonna allow people to make payments using Bitcoin,
Mm.
right? And you look at it, one of the biggest crypto exchange in US, they're probably the largest. They're called Coinbase.
Yep.
It's a 10-year-old company.
Mm.
As you know, crypto is a very young industry.
Yes.
So they've announced they're going IPO
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the first time ever a crypto company is going listed.
Mm.
Yeah. So a lot of exciting things going on. As you mentioned just now, Tesla has bought billions of dollars. I think $1 billion
Yes.
plus of Bitcoin, right?
Yes.
Right. And Apple has also announced that they are going to look into buying as well.
Mm.
Yeah. So with all these things that's happening,
Mm.
let's go back to the fundamental reason why a currency is valuable.
Yes.
It's really how useful it is, and is there faith in the market towards this coin?
Right.
Right. I think it's happening right now. 2021 is going to be a game-changing year.
Wow. So that being said, 2021 we gonna witness a lot of amazing turnaround in like cryptocurrency as well in blockchain. So what is your may I ask what is your thought on like why are you still excited about like the future development in terms of like cryptocurrency as well as in blockchain? Because just now that is like what's gonna happen this year. But what is your thought on like what's gonna happen in the future? Like maybe coming like 5 years, 10 years, I don't know.
I think the past 10 years, the technology and acceleration in human lifestyle has
Yep.
been far greater than the past 100 years combined.
Mm.
Right? And I think everyone here who's listening to this
Yeah.
You can.
In fact, we are able to have this talk show tonight. You know, it's like one of the game changing ever since there's internet. You know, all of these things.
Yes, and especially the last 1 year because of COVID-19. I
Yes.
think COVID-19 is a game changer.
Yes.
People who don't like to use technologies are forced to learn how to use technologies.
Yes. It's just like just now I was just talking with Jonathan just now at the backstage, right? Because Jonathan used to not used to, even now he's been going around the world. You know, have like conference. You know, have like physical talk show with like a lot of people, and this could create a sense of engagement. And now then we now try to adopt and learn how to do a lot of online show through like a live show, this kind of method.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe that with the convergence, no, everyone is going online.
Yeah.
It means that there's more data available online.
Yes, correct.
Big data. And then there's technologies like blockchain that's coming about.
Mhm.
And you look at the artificial intelligence technology is also growing very fast.
Mhm.
So I believe with the convergence of all these different technologies, the years ahead is going to be very, very different.
Yes.
It's going to be very exciting.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, thank you. So then when we come to like I believe we have covered like a total of 7 questions, right? And we already sort of know what is the fundamental of like cryptocurrency. We also know like what is the blockchain or like in the market, and as well how does it apply and affect to everyone. So I also want to share like as well as like our DNG business as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So since 2 years ago, I know that DNG has evolved from a health and wellness company,
Yeah.
and then you guys have a lot of customers, right?
Yes.
I believe that your customer base is huge, which
Yes.
allows you to collect certain data, which
Yes.
from what I understand, you guys are also venturing into big data
Yes.
and
And fintech.
and
Yes.
fintech.
Yes, correct.
So share me what's happening and what are you guys working on?
Great, yeah. So actually in DNG worldwide, DNG worldwide generally we are in like wellness, like what you have mentioned, and we are also in like big data. We are also in like a fintech industry. That is our industry. So since 2018, we are actually start to venture into. We have a series of plans. We have a series of blueprint as well to how we can from wellness industry we can turn into the big data fintech. And what are the conditions in terms of what is the requirement and conditions to fulfill this plan, right? Is DNG Group itself generally is 40 years of 40 years company history. We started off as a pharmaceutical company background. So 40 years ago, our first business is in pharmaceutical, and then second is a traditional herbal medicine. We have also in cosmetic. We also in wellness, we also in health, we also in F&B, as well as in agriculture. So in DNG Group, we have a total of 7 factories, and these are the industries that we are in right now. Yeah. So that being said, our product has been produced and has been exported over all the 50 over countries in the market. Yeah. So that is our little bit insights of our company group background. So that being said, our business model, how DNG Worldwide have the business model, we have this business model is called zero class business model. Have you heard of it?
How does it work?
Okay, so generally, if let's just say for example, if you are spending certain goods in other platform, say for example,
Okay.
you receive goods and you will make the payment,
Yeah.
right? But whereas if you change the brand into DNG Worldwide, into DNG, very simple. Today you make the payment and you receive the goods. At the same time, company are able to provide 100% loyalty bonus through DC. So we will give you back like 100% in DC form.
So what you mean is, rather than me spending $100 of the similar wellness product
Yes,
in a supermarket or pharmacy,
yes,
if I spend it here with DNG,
yes,
you give me 100 ringgit worth of DC.
yes. And this 100 and this DC, right? Our DC is issued to the whole world, and there is a limited quantity and comes up with like blockchain technology, like what we had mentioned earlier on. And currently, DC is not for selling.
Okay, so I can't literally go to DNG and say I will buy DC.
No, you can't do that. So what happened is this is something that is extra that is given from the company.
Okay.
So you spend, as long as you spend any goods, we are talking about like wellness, we're talking about like health item, household item, agriculture, or even cosmetic products, you will get these 100% DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can only get it if I spend with you guys rather than spending somewhere else.
Yeah, and the spending wise, you got to think this way, because this is something that extra. I think it's one of the unique selling points that our company is able to provide. Whereas if you spend the same thing in all the other market, you are not able to get this thing. So this is the idea of our business model.
Okay, so what do I do with the DC?
So what are the benefits of the DC, and what can you use for the DC? Very simple. After you obtaining the 100% of the DC, right, and you may spend it on our international trade platform.
Okay.
So our international international e-commerce platform. So that being said, is called DC Emo, and DC Emo is currently listing our wellness product, like all the product I mentioned just now, cosmetic, and like health and wellness stuff, and a household product, every single thing that. So you literally can spend it over there with double value. Not only double value, at the same time, you are also able to have double value cash out as well. Become cash straight to your bank. Yeah.
Alright, so sounds to me that DC is like a retention strategy applied by DNG.
Yes, it is, because yes, very good, very good. Well, that's a very good point. In fact, this zero plus business model, right? So the idea of having this zero plus business model is to solve one big problem. It's customer retention problem.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of business out there, even the COVID-19, we have seen the lockdown issues, right?
Everyone is worried about this.
Everyone is worried about it. And just one wave like that, we can see how how customer loyalty is so important for business, because that actually affects your every single revenue, literally. So and if you don't solve that, it can be a very bad thing to the company.
Yeah.
So through this zero plus business model, we also can cure this customer retention problem, because when people just keep spending in your platform, and at the same time they're able to get something in return, which is 100% DC.
Alright. And so if I were to spend with DNG,
yes,
I will get in DC.
You get in DC.
And you also mentioned that if I go on your e-com platform, I have a double value of spending again.
Wow. Through our platform. So that is our DC. And that is our utility, if you were to ask.
Okay, I think that's one of the unique selling proposition here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And how big? So when I look into businesses, I look at business model.
Yeah.
I always look at number one is what is the business model. Number two is what's the utility of
Business model.
DC, like what you have. But the thing is, how big is the community in DNG?
Oh wow, okay. So in terms of community, the entire group, right, in DNG worldwide, we actually have more than 1 million loyal consumers in over 50 countries.
Wow,
that is 1 million, and these are the existing more than 1 million customers. So for the past 2 years, only consumers in Malaysia and in Singapore are able to get this DC.
So you're saying that the other 48 countries have not exposed to DC yet?
Yes, that's a very good question. So before June this year, right, we will actually open up international market for everyone to have opportunity to be rewarded with DC.
So it looks like you're giving Malaysians and Singaporeans a first mover advantage.
That is a first mover pioneer advantage as well, because you see we come from Malaysia. As I said, our company group, right, DNG group is solely and from Malaysia itself. So that's why our founder have these thoughts of giving pioneer to like Malaysian and Singaporean friends who enjoy this benefit.
You would thank him for taking care of Malaysians first.
Yeah, so and of course next year DC eventually will be officially distributed to the group's current 50 countries of more than 1 million loyal consumers. So by then everyone have the opportunity to get DC actually.
And I think when that circulation increases,
yes,
right, from just 2 countries to 50 countries,
yes,
this is where you guys are building a strong network of people who are holding the token with the usage being used on the e-com platform.
Yes. So that being said, so because way earlier, right, we discussed about like business model, and also we discussed about like the utility, and we discussed about community. And I'm kind of excited, and I'd like to share like some of the slides. I'm going to show everyone some of the insights of our company industry, what are we actually doing, and what are the industry that will be involved. So we are actually in wellness, big data, and fintech, and these are our DNG group. So just like I mentioned, we are in like cosmetic, we are in pharmaceutical, we are traditional herbal, we are in agriculture, health and wellness, food and beverage. These are our company group and our manufacturing companies. And at the same time, since 40 years ago, we have founded pharmaceutical businesses. since 40 years ago, 1981. So we have actually total invested more than 100 million only in pharmaceutical license, in medicines license. And not only that, we have produced more than 400 different types of medicines, and we supply to our government hospital and as well as private hospital. At the same time, we do provide supply all these medicines to pharmaceutical company and also in Southeast Asia hospital and pharmaceutical company. At the same time, this is one of a very exciting project that I want to show to everyone, which is our new PPE investment, plant property equipment, that this year we are going to launch, we are going to open our new factories. And these factories in the future, we will produce high technology product related to health and wellness. And at the same time, by this year, we will open up to let everyone from the international friends to come here to visit our factories. So our factories, our conference room, our meeting room can definitely fit more than 2,000 people. So we can't wait to have like our events and activities at that. So after I have mentioned so many great, we have mentioned, just now we mentioned business model, we mentioned utility, we mentioned community, and just now Jonathan have mentioned one thing, it's very important. Who is the founder? Is the founder credibility? Has the credibility or has the competencies? Am I correct? So I just want to introduce our founder, which is Mr. Perry Owen. He is DNG worldwide founder. He come up with like a zero plus idea. He come up with all this model, come up with DC. At the same time, he too is our 7th manufacturing director. Okay, he too currently managing our DNG group. And I just want to bring out some of our blueprint. In fact, these are the blueprint that we have. We started off. This is how we kickstart our zero plus and DC idea. Since back in 2018, back then, 2 years ago, we actually launched this idea, 2018. And then 2019, we have invested our new factories, which I have shown everyone just now. And we can't wait. This year we're going to open up, and we're gonna have like all the major activities at there. We will invite the people from all around the world to come and visit us. And last year, 2020, we have launched DC Mall, which is the international e-commerce platform where everyone could just go to serve our platform and purchase like household product, wellness product, agricultural product, beauty product, and so on. And also this year, something that is very exciting is gonna happen. Now remember just now I had mentioned when you spend in DNG worldwide, right? You can actually get DC. So DC, when you get DC, you not only can spend in DC Mall. This year, by mid of the year, we're gonna have our internal trade platform. That means every single DC holder are able to trade the DC within our community. And it's trade it legally. We have already have a license. So by this year, mid of the year, we're gonna open up for our fellow members. So next year, 2022, we're gonna open up this DC. So because just now I mentioned, DC only allow for like the Malaysian and for Singaporean to get. So by 2022, we are allowed for all our existing more than 1 million members, they are able to get this DC. And at the same time, we will be listed in the US stock market. And by 2023, our DC will be officially initiated into our international trade platform. By then, it will officially become a blockchain. So this is our DNG 6 years blueprint of how we plan out everything so that we go heading towards the 2023 kind of direction. So this is our blockchain. Now, why DNG? Just wanna do a mini summary for everyone. Like, what is DC? Now, DC, we are 40 years company background. We have mentioned a lot of blockchain out there. You don't even know what company are they from. You don't even know who is the founder. You don't even know who created that blockchain. Here we are telling you, we are transparently telling everyone who we are. 40 years background, we have complete production chain. We have a quality product with assurance, and we also have CGMP license. We too have zero plus business model. We talked about this business model earlier on. And also, we have the utility via DC Mall. And not only that, you too can spend DC with ×2 value. At the same time, by 2023, we had more than 10 million active users. And by the time more than 150 countries are able to get this DC, and 2023, we too are in US listing company. So this is the whole idea of DC. Now, come to here. So basically, we have covered like blockchain, we have covered cryptocurrency, and we too have go through like the founder, business model, utility, and community. So this is us, DNG Worldwide.
Well, I think what's really exciting is I can feel the excitement.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling excited because very often many projects, what they do is they raise their funds and then they're going to build the ecosystem. But for you guys, you're taking the 6 years roadmap to really build the ecosystem up.
Yes.
And what I'm saying is the customer retention strategy is also a strategy for you guys to create the usage of the tokens.
Yes, correct.
Right? So there will be, I think, close to 10 million people
Yes.
will be using this token, and it's the first of its kind token where
Yes.
you have that double
Value.
right? So that's pretty exciting to me.
Yeah.
I think you guys have an amazing ecosystem going on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys as well.
I too am very excited. We are very excited, in fact. So we too. So thanks for that. So just now, yes, this is DNG. This is where we are heading. So we actually can't wait. By 2023, the DC will officially listed on an international trade platform. So also the wellness related product, right? The wellness related product could be spent in DC Mall. So that being said, that is our whole strategy, our whole plan for DC. Yeah.
So you have your manufacturing side supporting the entire e-com side with all these members in e-com, right? Where you'll be receiving benefits with the double value tokens. And you have one token which your DC is not even, I can't even buy.
You can't even buy.
I can't even buy.
You can't even buy it right
You
now.
got to buy your things and then I get it.
The idea is you have to convert your brand into DNG Worldwide, because I'm pretty sure like Jonathan yourself too, I'm pretty sure you have spent in household, wellness, or maybe agriculture, or maybe beauty products. So the idea is just spend with us and then you can get all these additional benefits.
So I have a question. So if you look at Bitcoin network, right, they have a limited supply of Bitcoins. And as you mentioned that you guys are going to blockchainize the DC in 2023,
Yeah.
right? So is there an amount of supply that you guys will limit it?
Yes, in fact, a very good question. So our DC, right, we have a limited supply up to 1 billion unit globally.
Okay.
Yes, so that is so that's why whoever is Malaysian and Singaporean are very blessed, because only these two countries right now are able to get DC. Because next year we're going to open to worldwide. So by the time, right, if you actually by next year get DC, DC definitely will distribute more and more. So you will get lesser DC in fact.
It's like today we admire those geeks in the past who carried on Bitcoin first.
Yes,
So you're saying that the Malaysians and Singaporeans,
yes,
right,
exactly.
have the first mover advantage.
Yes, we have a first mover advantage, and we too have a strong company background. So that's why we can enjoy these benefits.
Okay, so if I can't buy the DC,
Yep.
how can I get the DC?
Very good question. So how can you actually get DCs? So actually, company have this zero plus business model. It's one of a kind. It's a unique business model that we could solve this customer retention problem. And through spending with DNG Worldwide, you are able to get 100% DC. That's for sure. If you come spend with DNG Worldwide, first thing you get is 100% DC, and also with the product. And then right now, we are having a special offer that is called 3D Titano Package. So on 1st of February till 31st of March, when you spend on a 3D Titano Package, you not only get the product, not only get like 100% DC reward, and only this duration period of time, you're able to get extra 3,000 units of DC. And this is one of the special offer that we have done. It's like the biggest offer we've done so far. Because why? Because the reason is we're going to open internationally. We're going to open by the next year when we open up to more than 50 countries and our existing more than 1 million members. By the time, right, you will get lesser DC. So that's why now is the best time to get DC. You not only can get 100% DC, then you get another additionally 3,000 units on the spot.
So this is only for Malaysians?
This is only for Malaysians and for Singaporeans for this moment. Yes,
Okay.
correct. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we have covered, like, we have dived into so much about this 3D Titano package. So of course, over here, I just want to remind everyone, whoever is watching this video, if anyone is interested to find out more about 3D Titano package, please remember to refer to your friends, whoever that invited you to watch this video tonight, and go and find out what is DC, what is 0+, what is DNG. I never heard of it, or you want to find out more, no worries, you can ask your friend. I'm pretty sure your friend will walk through this whole process. Of course, over here, I just want to say that I'm very excited, very happy, because we get to find out so much about blockchain, find out so much about cryptocurrency. We even know what is the fundamental of blockchain, what is fundamental of cryptocurrency. And I hope that in the future, please, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever is watching this video, if you have any questions, if you have any more idea that you want to ask about blockchain and cryptocurrency, feel free to comment down below, because we will collect all these questions. In the future, we can have more of this kind of topic with our platform. So over here, I also want to sincerely thank you, Jonathan, to be with us tonight over here and share so much insight about blockchain and cryptocurrency. Thank you, John.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, thank you. And of course, come to this point of time, we will go into our lucky draw sessions. Now, remember from the beginning, right? I asked everyone to like, share, and comment. Of course, the more you share, the more you have the chance to win the lucky draw. Now, over here, let me check if we have a lot of people like and share our comment for tonight's video, right? Now, let me just get my back end to get ready for the name list. Now, back end, are you ready to display the name list? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, congratulations to these 5 winners of today's event. Okay, congratulations, we are giving out our lucky draw. Now, I just want to go through how to redeem all these lucky draws. So, very simple. All you need to do is PM our official Facebook page by tomorrow 3 p.m. So as long as you do that, then our company will arrange all these lucky draw how to be distributed. So remember, whoever won, if you saw your name there, if you saw your name there, if your friends' names are there, please remember, hey, you have won the prize, you have won the lucky draw. Okay, just remind that. But of course, thank you back then. You may close this lucky draw screen. Of course, I want to over here remind everyone that if anyone who never didn't get to win the lucky draw for tonight, never mind. Our company, we're also running a campaign right now. It's called 100,000 Cash and Prizes campaign. Okay, whoever that is interested whoever didn't win, or if you win already, never mind. You still able to join this competition. Very simple. Just come to our Facebook platform, just like our page, and go and find out the 100,000 Cash and Prizes campaign. Like, share, and comment like 3 friends. Everyone have the chance and opportunity to win cash and prizes. Once again, thank you everyone, and thank you, Jonathan. So tonight, blockchain and cryptocurrency, we'll just say goodbye.